What's up, guys? It's Big D Boston. Yes, I was not here last week. I'm so sorry, guys, but the reaction to the midweek videos was not good. And as I believe I've said this to you guys before, I make videos as the demand shows. So if I see positive response to a video, I will make more videos. If you do not respond, if you don't watch it, I don't make as many videos. But thankfully, the other videos made up for last week's non-showing. And guys, I'm not complaining. I'm not saying I have a problem. But whenever I have that low of views, you can expect a possible break from me, the boss, because the boss only shows up to work whenever the people he works with shows up to work. And I'm sorry, guys, but you did not show up to work last week, but I still love you. I still ask for your support. And if I did offend you, I'm sorry, guys. I just gotta say it. That's the way it works. I'm a very busy guy in general. I gotta be able to have a reason to do this, because I have lots of other things that I need to do besides this. But I love you guys so much, I make them anyway. So, let's get on to this week's topic. The NBA draft. Ladies and gentlemen, my Pelicans, according to many sources, have won this year's NBA draft, and we traded the pick. What happened, you ask? If you were not paying attention on Thursday night, you could have seen that there was a major shock in the NBA draft. Nothing went to plan. Nothing went like we thought it would. Anthony Bennett went to the Cavs with the number one pick. That was supposed to be Nerlens Noel, Ben McLemore, and they just completely destroyed everything. And once we got to my team, the Pelicans, he was available, our friend Mr. Noel from Kentucky. So my Pelicans drafted him, and as our fan base did, we got rather excited. Okay, we're going to have a shot blocking party down in New Orleans. But that was not to be, as within moments after the pick was made, it was announced that it was going to be traded to Philadelphia for what we later learned to be Drew Holiday and the 42nd pick, which was, Jackson out of Baylor. I cannot believe it. Pierre Jackson out of Baylor. No. I'll get that name right sooner or later, guys. He's a 42nd pick. I mean, even though he was rated as high as 21 in some mock drafts, he's the 42nd pick. I don't need to know his name yet. He needs to make a name for himself. All I know is he's Jackson out of Baylor. His point guard is 5'10", and he's basically Nate Robinson. And some people, some crazy, overzealous people, have made the comparison to Nate Robinson. Not only Nate Robinson, but Isaiah. But anyway, guys, Pierre, or whatever his name is, Jackson, I believe it's Pierre, out of Baylor. We took him with the 42nd pick. We sent our 2014 pick, the Pelicans' 2014 pick, to Philadelphia, along with Nerlens Noel. Now, that 2014 first-round draft pick is protected to the first five, so if the Pelicans do get one of the top 5 picks next year, we will retain the pick. But anyway, guys, let's continue on. I was very shocked by this week's events, if you will. I did not expect Nerlens to drop that far, but I also did not expect Cody Zeller to be taken as early as he was, but overall, I did enjoy draft night. I thought it went well, and I do believe, as many other respected columnists and writers agree, that the Pelicans won that draft. I mean, we traded a player who would not be able to play until December at the earliest, who was 19, fresh out of college, for a 23-year-old all-star. You can't make that kind of trade unless you are, as we in New Orleans, New Orleans fan base like to call him, Dealer Dell. This man has done amazing things on getting prospects to the city of New Orleans, and I am very happy with his efforts again today, or last week. But anyway, guys, that is my reaction to the NBA draft. I did notice the amount of foreign players. I do not believe that more than 70% of these guys will actually come over to the NBA this year. I do believe that they will be stash picks and will be left overseas until they later develop. I will say on the top 5, I did not expect Ben McLemore to fall that far. Trey Burke, he He went all the way down to 10, and I can't say that's a bad move on that count, but I do think that he should have been drafted much higher. But he's an undersized point guard. That's what you're going to expect in the NBA. They don't want 6'4" point guards or 5' point guards. They want somewhere around 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". That's what you're looking for in a modern NBA point guard. Now, yes, Chris Paul is an exception, but Chris Paul is an exception. No, not everybody's Chris Paul. Nobody's the best point guard in the league but Chris Paul. Even though I do believe that his time as the best point guard in the league is dwindling as his injuries and lack of cooperation turning into his friend Dwight Howard are going to set his career back from this point. And I'm very happy with what the Pelicans did. I'm happy with the way the draft turned out. I believe it was the best draft so far. And, this year you can really say that the NBA draft outdid the NFL draft, which is a very rare and very seldom occurrence that the NBA draft out entertains and outdoes the NFL draft. And I was very happy to see that for the NBA. And I was very happy to see David Stern get a standing ovation as he announced his last pick. And if you do not know, David Stern will be retiring from the commissioner position of the NBA on February 1st, 2014. And my personal opinion on David Stern, he's done a great job. He's made this an international league, and I can't think of a better commissioner other than Pete Rozelle. I might even put David Stern ahead of Pete, but I know Pete did amazing things for the NFL. So that's my thoughts this week on Boss's Tickets. Look forward to next week. We will have a Big D Gaming episode where I will be going over July's big time games that will be coming up, including NCAA 14, which I have pre-ordered, and I will be giving you guys a full review of, coming out on approximately that week of the release. I believe that's July 13th or 12th, somewhere around there. We'll have a full review for you guys on Big D Gaming. This is the boss on your internet. This is the boss, your boss on the internet. Sometimes I am so bossing I get myself confused with other people. But remember, I am your boss on the internet, Big D Bosson. Come here every week for the latest in sports, gaming, and entertainment, and whatever I feel like. I'll see you guys next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of my face and my beautiful intelligence. Have a good week. Bye.